my default intro for yet another one of my adverts. Trying to sell a Slingerland so-called 7-inch uke banjo. At least it gives you some point of comparison if you've looked at all the other videos with similar type banjos. I say 7-inch, but to be more precise about it, it's 6 and 13/16. That's it. Diameter rim. And we say it's a Slingerland uke banjo, although there's no mention of Slingerland on it. The only thing that tells us is Slingerland is the peg head profile. But it does have on the perch pole the model name, which is a Columbian. So we know that Columbians were made by Slingerland. Anyway, this is one of my earliest renovations, and in the early days when I was doing this, I not just wanted to revive old uke banjos, but I had a tendency to want to customise them to look more like Gibsons. So this is why A, it's got a sunburst finish, and B, it's got a flat back plate resonator. Although it does have 6 screws with little, as you see, distance pieces there, which is more like the Slingerlands when they put a resonator on. They used either 5 or 6 screws, whereas Gibsons generally only used 4. Anyway, enough of the pedantic business about it. As you see, the plating's quite good on the tension band and all the hooks, nuts and lugs. One of the things that's not quite original is the Repro Grover tailpiece, because usually the tailpieces were made of plated steel, not brass, and as a consequence a lot of them rusted badly, as this one did. So that's why I've got a replacement tailpiece on there. Notice that we've also got a much modified Grover bridge, which also has little sort of bone insets as well as the ivory, which give it a little bit more spang, I think. It's got a new vellum on, calfskin vellum, but it doesn't look new. It's sort of discoloured in the fitting. It started out life as quite bright white, but when we soaked it and stretched it on there, it decided it wanted to discolour, which is something that you can't do anything about. But anyway, it's quite nice. It does the job, and it's got quite good tension to it. We've also got on there Aquila strings, although I personally prefer something a little bit lighter on a uke banjo of this size. We've gone with a popular demand. As you can see, we've left the fretboard the natural maple neck, as that was quite nice, so we've refinished it, but it's quite just the natural neck. 3 little pearl markers at the relevant points. The sunburst finish is nitrocellulose, and when you show something like this on video, it always looks a lot redder than it actually is in reality. It's quite a nice gradation of gold through browns to almost black. So where this bright red comes from when you're videoing it, I know not. But if I hold this closer, you can see that this back plate has got a quite natural bit of crazing on there, as the original finish would have had, I'm guessing. So there we are. That's the sort of cosmetics of it. Let's try and... we played in She Sweet because apart from anything else, it's nice to have a similar number that you can hear on different banjos and see if there is any differences in the tonal qualities of it. So I'm going to play something now that's a little bit more my personal repertoire rather than the George Formby kind of stuff that most people like to hear. In my little band, the New Prairie Home Companions, we run a whole gamut of music, from old-time country music through bluegrass to western swing to Dixieland jazz, and then that includes quite a lot of old blues numbers as well. So I'm going to try and do something similar to that, just to give you an idea of the other kind of stuff that you can play on a uke banjo. So here's an old jazz number called, I nearly said Ain't She Sweet there, Sweet Georgia Brown. Let's see if I can find my way through this. No girl mate has got a shade on Sweet Georgia Brown. Two left feet, but oh so neat as Sweet Georgia Brown. They all sigh, wanna die for Sweet Georgia Brown. I'm a-telling you why. And you know I don't lie, no not much. Now it's been said she knocks 'em dead when she lands in town. Since she came, why, it's a shame how she cools 'em down. You know, fellas, that she can get, must be fellas she ain't never met. Georgia named her, Georgia claimed her, Sweet Georgia Brown. That was a bit of a lash up at the end. Anyway, if I was going to play that actually in a band, I probably would opt for a pick. So when you're fooling about with your fingers, they don't always do what you want them to do. That's my excuse anyway. If you've got any more queries about this uke banjo, don't email me, because I don't like one finger typing, but do phone me if you can. My phone number's usually on the eBay auction sites that accompany these adverts, so please do phone me if you've got any queries, and I shall be happy to shoot the breeze to your heart's content on anything that you want to talk about. Ukuleles, uke banjos, banjos in general. Okay, thanks for looking, have a good day, bye now.